Big news, people. Ford just released its figures, its earnings for the past quarter. And guess what? Their electric vehicles and hybrids are outselling their gasoline cars. And that's what Ford started off of, gasoline cars. And the cars that sold the most were not gasoline. They were hybrids and electric vehicles, specifically the electric vehicles. The hybrids did very well, but the electric vehicles took over. So currently this year alone, Ford has sold 18,000 hybrids. They're 59% up in sales since last year, okay? 59% up in hybrid sales. This is a big leap. Nothing linear about this at all. Ford is definitely turning around their business. This is very different for Ford. They've been selling gasoline cars. America is basically like the Ford F-150. The pickup truck is just America's #1 truck. But guess what? They sold the hybrid version of it, and that outsold the gasoline part. So there are people who do want electric vehicles or hybrids, and basically Ford is showing it right now. Their charts, they put the information out themselves. This isn't just anyone making up their personal opinion. Even Ford is surprised by this. So the Ford F-150 Power Boost, the hybrid, that is up 93% in sales right now. That is a huge leap compared to last year. They are making big strides right now when it comes to their different sectors of their vehicles, because they have Ford Blue, which I believe is just their original gasoline part, and Ford Pro, which is the hybrids and EVs, or no, Ford Pro, I believe, is their little Sprinter van. It's not called a Sprinter van. It's an E-Transit. But still, just for the fact that Ford is a company that started off doing gasoline cars, and now recently their electric vehicle sector and hybrids are taking over the sales of their gas cars. So the Ford F-150 Power Boost hybrid pickup truck is the best-selling full-size hybrid vehicle right now out of all the trucks that Ford has to offer. But the best-selling hybrid truck that Ford has to offer is the Maverick. I've seen that truck. It's a little small, but it's not so bad. My buddy does own the truck. But yeah, just to know that Ford is being beat by their own electric vehicles and hybrids is just pretty funny to me. Very interesting to know that America's backbone vehicle, the Ford F-150, is being beat out by its new cousin, the hybrid version. That is just impressive to me. But you want to know something really interesting? Even though Ford is doing very well with their EV sales and their hybrid sales, they're not making any money on them, which is just even wilder. The cars that they're selling the most, which their fans and people want the most, they're not even making money off those. They only make money off of their gasoline cars. But right now, when it comes to their electric vehicles, they're not making $1. They're losing up to 40,000, and some say up to 100,000. I don't know how that's possible, but still, the fact is that their most wanted vehicles, they can't even profit off of them. So right now, all of Ford's gasoline vehicles are down in sales. You can just name any single one. Even the Mustang, the top dog sports car, is down in sales. This is just a trend that will continue to happen, is what speculators say, is that gasoline cars will eventually phase out and EVs and hybrids are going to take over, but eventually hybrids may phase out themselves. But the point is that speculators have been saying this for years, and a lot of, you could say, customers and retail customers don't believe it or don't want to hear it, especially diehard gasoline fans. But people don't recognize that there is a massive amount of humans out there who do not care about having pickup trucks or F-150s or gasoline or loud cars. There are people who just want vehicles that are simple and affordable. And that's why I said this many times, the Toyota Corolla was a best-selling vehicle for years. Not because it's cool and noisy and loud or whatever, it's because most people just want a reliable car for the price, the value of it, the price of it, just to get from point A to point B. There's only a small amount of people who buy, race cars, performance cars, pickup trucks, those kind of things. That number is smaller compared to the amount of people on planet Earth who just need a car to get from point A to point B. There's only a few people who even need pickup trucks. Pickup trucks are bought mainly by people who don't even really need to use a pickup truck. It's just a truck that's just become the fad to have, the fad to own. It's I got a pickup truck, put some big wheels on it and some rims on it. Those people aren't really going down to construction sites and using their trucks at all. These are just people who are buying them to show out because it's a fad, it's a trend. That's who are buying mainly big pickup trucks. But when it comes to the rest of the globe, most people are buying small hatchbacks or small size cars because they just literally need a vehicle that's affordable and cheap. They're not concerned about buying something that's cool, hip, or dope, or in, or anything like that. So as we can see, the trend will continue. People who actually just need to get cars for whatever they actually need them for we'll start to buy vehicles like electric vehicles. But for the most part, electric vehicles are getting cheaper and cheaper to produce. This is something that cannot be stopped. This is a fact because it's the batteries that are the most expensive part in electric vehicles. And when it comes to the batteries getting cheaper and cheaper, well, I'll talk about that in my next episode. Well, that's the rant for the day. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. I post videos daily about what's going on in the auto market, big tech, and all sorts of interesting things. Tesla, hey, who knows? I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. See you tomorrow.